If you have an income of any size, you should probably be taking some money and putting it into one of these 3 applications so that you can slowly grow it over time. My goal is to help you understand 3 investment vehicles that you can use right now that will help you grow your investments in the future. Those investment vehicles are Robinhood, Acorns, and Stash. Now I know this video is going to be a little long, okay? However, I'm going to do a really good job of going through each one and kind of giving you the pros and cons and discussing some of the features and the benefits. Let's start with Robinhood. Robinhood is actually owned by Google, and Robinhood is entirely free to use. Mind explosion. The cool part about that for you is, as a trader, especially if you have a smaller sum of money to begin with, you can actually buy and sell securities, aka stocks, like Apple or Starbucks or General Motors or Snapchat or Pinterest. You can buy these stocks and trade these stocks for free. Now, if you have under $25,000, as in any account and any brokerage, at least here in the US, you cannot place more than 3 day trades in a 5-day period. So remember that. That will always be the case with any broker pretty much forever, as long as I know. I don't know when the SEC is going to change that rule. All right, I mentioned using Robinhood for free. There is a functionality in Robinhood that you can pay for. It's called Robinhood Gold. I want to know where the gold's at. And if you pay for Robinhood Gold, you actually get margin capabilities, which allows you to trade on margin. It can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. Margin's kind of a double-edged sword. It's like a credit card. You get more money to trade with, but you can make more money faster, and you can lose more money faster. The great part about Robinhood is you have the ability to trade stocks, you can also trade options, and you can trade cryptocurrencies. That's pretty cool. Another great facet of Robinhood is it's an extremely easy app to use. I personally think Robinhood is a fantastic tool for just about any trader, especially if you are starting out. If you have an income of any size, you should probably be taking some money and putting it into one of these 3 applications so that you can slowly grow it over time. Robinhood is a really great one, and it also will give you a free share of a random company for every time you invite a friend. So if you have a friend, and maybe even more than one friend, and you get them to sign up, you can get free shares. In fact, my link is below. If you want, you're welcome to click on that link, and I'll get a free share, you'll get a free share, everyone gets a free share of something. I actually heard once that one of my buddies named Aaron got a free share of Facebook, which is like $200. So, hey, it's pretty cool. Anyway, Robinhood, great app. Definitely check it out. It's almost a must use if you are a brand new trader or investor, because you have the ability to accumulate shares for free. It's really radical. Now, let's talk about Acorns. Acorns is something that I have personally used in the past. I have not personally used Stash, which we're going to talk about next. But Acorns gives you the ability to pretty much, like it mentions, you take an acorn and it grows into a big tree. Acorns is a saving application that links to your bank account and pretty much rounds up every single dollar that you spend. For example, if you go to Walmart and you drop $5.13 on candy bars, hashtag I love Snickers, then it'll round up 87 cents and it will deposit that 87 cents into a holding account. Once that holding account has a certain amount of money that you get to dictate, usually it's around $20 or so, it will take that money and then put it into the market. So with Acorns, right, as you put money aside, it takes that money and it will apply it to a specific type of mutual fund that you select. Now, you cannot buy individual stocks through Acorns. Acorns pretty much allows you to invest in a fund of sorts, right? This particular fund is spread out and you're buying an average index price. What's interesting is I started an Acorns account randomly like 4 or 5 years ago. I started it in January, and by the end of March, I had $312. And at the end of June, that $312 turned into like $376 or something with some trading and some interest, right? Actually being able to, and you can go in, buy and sell these mutual funds as you dictate or as you determine would be likely a good thing for you to do. You can do that through Acorns. Pretty cool overall application. You do have to link it to your bank account. You do have to give it some financial passwords. You do have to log in and obviously use it from time to time. And another important thing is be careful if you are budgeting like every single cent that you trade and every single cent that you spend, it is easy to NSF or overdraw your account. Because again, Acorns will be pulling money out of your account by dimes at a time. But if you are talking, you're living less than paycheck to paycheck. You're like living paycheck to Wednesday. And then those next days afterwards is like, I don't know, we'll see. If that's kind of where you find yourself financially, then Acorns might not be the absolute best option. You probably want to go with something like Robinhood so that you can kind of choose how much money you put in and when you put it in and how often you put it in. But just something to think about. If you're really that budgetly, fiscally irresponsible, I'm glad you're watching this video, but probably want to start watching some books, getting that income up, and making more money. As you are investing and selecting your Acorns appropriation, you can find out what type of mutual funds that you want to invest in. So if it's very conservative or if it's very aggressive, obviously you can go through and research what companies are actually in those funds, but you do have the ability to allocate funds, find out how much you want in any specific type of aggressive or moderate or very conservative. Now it's time to chat about Stash. I've never used this app personally, however, it is a pretty similar feature to Acorns. The only major difference is that you do have to have at least $5 in your Stash account in order to begin. Also, in Stash, you do have the capability of actually buying individual stocks, right? With Acorns, you're buying funds, you're buying blended mutual fund, indice, comprehensive things, right? Diversification 101, and you can, again, do all kinds of really fun stuff with that. In Stash, you do need a certain amount of money to begin to trade, but you can buy individual direct names and companies like Uber or Walmart or Starbucks. So you have about a list of 100 names that you can choose from. These names will be very popular names. However, the fees are very, very inexpensive. How expensive is it exactly? Well, it's not as least expensive as Robinhood, which is free. Both Acorns and Stash do charge $1 a month. And they will pull that out of your account balance pretty much every single month until you have $1 million in your account. And at that point in time, I think it's like $100 a month that they pull out. So it's not massively expensive. It is a good savings tool. And really what it does, in my personal opinion, is it helps people begin to think about the mindset of being an owner rather than just a consumer. Rather than just going out and buying all the products that you like and consume, like Starbucks or going to Walmart all the time, or Budweiser or Jack Daniels or Ford or General Motors or Tesla. Instead of actually just going out and being a consumer, taking your money, buying those products and never seeing any return from your money, these products and applications give you the opportunity to take that money and for very inexpensively buy into these companies and actually own it and grow your money over time, like Target or Verizon or AT&T or Apple or Pinterest or Snapchat or Facebook. A lot of fantastic opportunities to take your money and grow it. These applications will give you that mindset shift. They will give you the opportunities to do it for very inexpensive, and you have the ability to start now, pretty much from anywhere in the world. If you have Stash or Acorns, Robinhood, there are certain countries that it's limited to trading through that particular brokerage. It's a very exciting opportunity for people out there. If you're watching this video, you have the opportunity to take your money and start investing it into companies and growing it over time. Through this process, your brain's gonna start getting excited. It's gonna start liking it. That's what happened to me when I first started doing this. Is I was at work. I used to work at an insurance company, and when I was working at this insurance company, this was back in 2009, 2010 timeframe, I took my money that I was saving in my 401k and I bought silver with it. Specifically, I bought ticker symbol AG, First Majestic Silver, which is still trading and is a stock that you actually can buy through both Robinhood and I believe Stash, but you can definitely buy it through Robinhood. Anyway, I bought about 1,000 shares of First Majestic Silver, which at the time was trading at about $9.50. Again, this is back in about 2010. I bought it and the stock went from $9.53 to 12 bucks. I sold it and I made approximately $3,000 in a month. That was more than I made at work at the time. That is what really started getting the fire building in my brain that, wait a minute, this is something that can be done full time. And now that's what I do. I educate people from all over the world about how the stock market works, how to use it, and how to profitably and properly trade the markets so that you can do it safely and you can use its cash returns and its ability for growth to actually revolutionize your income. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful and beneficial. If you did, smash that subscribe button, click like, make a comment. Tell me what you want me to look at. If you have a specific question, throw it in the comment section below, and I promise I'll be the fastest YouTube reply that you've ever had. Give me about 2 hours and I'll get you a reply almost always. Unless, of course, I'm sleeping and it'll be 6 hours. But anyway, give me a reply, test me out on it. Let's just find out how quick I am. Thank you so much for watching this video. You are amazing. I will see you in the next video. And until then, love, live, learn. You guys rock.